Hello everyone, this is Mr. George, IET Resource Center. Today we're going to take a look at the OET reading part of the text. This presentation is intended to provide prospective test takers with a comprehensive overview of the occupational English tests. Reading subsets of the text. During this presentation, we will outline the basic test structure and timing, clarifying the scoring methods, and highlight key test taking strategies to succeed in each part of the exam. By the end of the presentation, you should be able to be better equipped to approach the OET reading text with greater confidence. All right, let's go ahead. Now, the next area we're going to take a look at is the OET reading part A, which is also known as expeditious reading. The OET reading is designed to assess the English language skills of healthcare professionals seeking to register and practice in an English-speaking country. Reading part A specifically focuses on expeditious reading, which means that test takers need to quickly locate specific information within concise text. Now, these texts are usually based on real-world medical scenarios, ensuring that candidates are familiar with the type of language, terminology, and structures they will encounter in their professional setting. Now, we'll go ahead also. Now, the OET reading part A, question types and techniques. In this section, we are going to explore two key question types you will face during the OET reading part A. The number one here is the filling the blank, and also the next is the sentence completion, filling the blank, which is sentence completion as well, and also the short answer question type. All right, now when it comes to filling the blanks, the sentence completion kind of question, in this question type, you are required to complete sentences using information extracted from the provided text. Now, it is critical that you pay attention to grammar and respect any word count limits. So these are things you need to do when it comes to this part as well. Now, when it comes to strategy or the techniques you need to apply when you're dealing with the filling the blank sentence completion of question, the first thing you need to take note of is to read the sentence carefully. That is, understand the context and what kind of information that is required. Secondly, you need to identify key words. Look for crucial terms or phrases that can guide you to the relevant section of the text. Then you proceed from there. Also, you go ahead and scan for answers. How do you do this? You scan for your answer by quickly locating the appropriate text section and fill in the blank with the correct form of word. In scanning for your answer also, you need to be careful here because sometimes a keyword you underline in the text may not appear exactly the same way they are in the question. That means you need to also build yourself when it comes to paraphrasing and also knowing fully well that these keywords, also the synonyms of them, are going to appear in the text. So you also need to have a knowledge about this. Then, grammar also is very, very important here. You need to ensure that the completed sentences makes grammatical sense and adhere to any specified word limits. Now we move on to question type 2, which is on short answer question on the OET part A. Now this question type requires you to answer direct questions with concise information derived from the text. That means responses should be straight to the point and relevant to the question being asked. Now, how do we deal with this kind of question? How do we approach short answer question in the OET reading part A? The first thing you need to take note of is to read the question carefully. Identify what question is asking for specifically. Then go ahead for scan. Scan for information. You scan for something specific within the text. Look back at the text to find precise information that directly answers the question. Not just that, also you need to be concise. Provide an answer that is clear, and also direct to the point. Avoid unnecessary details. You match the format. Ensure that your answer matches the required format. If the question asks for a number, use a number. If it asks for word, use for word. So the instruction matters a lot when it comes to this kind of question type. So what do I say when it comes to the OET Reading Part A question types? You need understanding the types of question you will face in the OET Reading Part A is vital for your success. So practicing filling the blank and short answer strategies will enhance your ability to extract and articulate information quickly. Now, remember to employ the techniques we discussed and practice them well to actually get the best when it comes to this question type. All right, let's go ahead. Now, the next we're going to take a look at here is OET Reading Part B, and this is what we call the careful reading parts. Here you unlock the details. Now, what is the purpose of this? It's about sharpening your eye for detail when it comes to Part B. In the OET Reading Part B, your mission is to dive deep into the heart of workplace communication. Now, this section tests your ability to identify the final detail, grasp the purpose, and uncover the main ideas hidden within short practical text. These texts are carefully extracted from real-world healthcare documents such as policy updates, memos, patient handout, or maybe guidelines. Now, your goal here is to demonstrate that you can navigate these materials with precision and confidence, just as you would in a professional healthcare setting. When it comes to formats, this is where what we call a snapshot of real-world scenarios comes in. Part B presents you with 6 multiple choice questions, each tied to a different short text. That means these texts are concise but packed with information, reflecting the kind of document you will encounter daily in your healthcare career. Now, the questions also are designed to challenge your ability to extract specific detail, understand the underlying purpose of the text, identify also the main idea or the message. Now, each question in Part B is mini puzzle requiring you to read carefully, think critically, and choose the best answer from the option provided. When it comes to timing, you will have approximately 8 minutes per you will have approximately 8 minutes per question to tackle Part B. While this might seem generous, the key is to use your time wisely. Skim too quickly and you might miss crucial details. So what I was saying here, you need to spend too long and spend more time here, and you risk running out of time. That's what you should know for the rest of the text. So the challenge lies in balancing speed and accuracy when it comes to the Part B section of the text. So balance speed and accuracy when it comes to Part B. Read carefully enough to understand the text fully, but efficiently enough to stay on tracks. Mastering Part B isn't just about acing the OET, it's about preparing for real life scenarios. In healthcare, attention to detail can make all the difference. Whether you are interpreting a patient medical history, following whether you are interpreting a patient medical history, following new protocols, or explaining treatment plans. The ability to read carefully and extract key information is a skill you will rely on everyday setting when it comes to OET. So you need to excel in Part B, treat each text as if it's a piece of larger puzzle. Now ask yourself, what is the writer trying to achieve? Who is the intended audience? These are things you need to ask yourself when it comes to the police part of the exam. What details stand out as most important? yes, what details stand out as most important. So by engaging with the text on this level, you not only answer the question correctly, but also build a skill set that will serve you well in your healthcare career. So you need to also take note of that. Then we take it from here. We proceed also. The next thing we're going to take a look at here is the OET reading part B, which I just explained, and the purpose and the main point of this the email. When it comes to mails, you need to also take a look at that, which we also talk detail in our next session when it comes to mails. And also, what should staff do as a result of this memo? So these are kind of questions which may come up when it comes to the OET settings, which we're going to deal with in our next session. Then we go over to the part C. Part C, yes. The OET reading part C, we call it the inference. Okay. Now the OET reading part C, we call it the inference or the attitude reading. Here, you need to read between the lines. You need to read between the lines. The purpose of the part C is to unlock hidden layers. OET reading part C is where your reading skills truly come to life. This section challenges you to go beyond the surface and uncover the deeper meaning or reasoning, and even the unspoken attitude or opinions within longer text. So it's not just about what is being said, it's about how it is being said and why. These texts often reflect complex healthcare scenarios such as research articles, opinion piece, or maybe in-depth reports. Yes, in-depth reports, where understanding tone, perspective, and implied meaning is crucial. So your ability to infer and interpret information matters here when it comes to part C. When it comes to formats, here we're going to dive into the depths. Part C presents you with two long texts, each approximately 800 words in length. Now, these texts are rich in detail, offering a deeper dive into topics relevant to the healthcare profession or professionals. Now, each text is accompanied by 8 multiple choice questions. Take note of that. Each of the texts is accompanied by 8 multiple choice questions designed to assess your ability to grasp the overall meaning and purpose of the text, and also identify the writer's attitude, the writer's opinion, or maybe the writer's tone. Then also make logical inferences based on the information provided. These are things you need to know. Now, this session isn't just about reading. It's about thinking critically and connecting the dots. You will need to analyze when it comes to part C. You will need to interpret and also sometimes even read between the lines to find the answer. When it comes to timing, you know what I said, a race against the clock, but not really, because you will have approximately 15 to 20 minutes per text to complete part C. So while this might sound tight, it is actually a generous window. If you use it wisely, the key is to balance thorough reading with efficient time management. So skim too quickly and you might miss the clues hidden in the text. Spend too long and risk running out of time. So here you need to read actively, engage with the text, and trust your instinct. Now, why does part C matters? No, part C isn't just a test of your reading skills, it's a simulation of real-world healthcare scenarios. So in your professional life, you will often encounter complex documents, such as research papers, case studies, or maybe policy updates, where your understanding the writer's perspective or the underlying message is critical. So whether you are evaluating a new treatment approach, interpreting present data, or staying updated on industry trends, the ability to infer meaning and recognize attitude is a skill you will rely on daily basis. So these are things you need to also take notes in part C when it comes to the OET reading section of the text. So here we've been able to go to the part A, the part B, and the part C. In our next session, we're going to take a detailed look in each of the parts, practical exercise, and take it from there. All right, I'm Mr. George, your online coach.